under the warm Cuban sun, there is an old fisherman named Santiago who has never left the sea his entire life. His life, shaped by the sea, is rough and worn. Now, in a narrow hut wrapped in darkness, he is fast asleep. Through the quiet nights of Cuba, his dreams carry him far away to the golden shores of Africa. Soft white waves brush against the bright sand. As the sun begins to set, the entire shore slowly fills with shades of orange and violet, and in that glowing light, lions appear. They lick their paws, play like young creatures, peaceful and still. In his dream, the old man becomes a boy again, watching them. Hello, this is Journey to Insight, JTI Tales. Today, we explore The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway, one of the major figures of 20th century American literature. Born in 1899 in Illinois, United States, Hemingway longed not for a stable life, but for the wild and the unknown. Instead of going to college, he became a newspaper reporter. When World War I broke out, he volunteered as an ambulance driver with the Red Cross and was sent to the Italian front. There, he suffered severe injuries to his legs and returned home. He came back with medals, but also with emptiness. After the gunfire ended, only a quiet, restless reality remained. Even his writing seemed to lose its direction. Then, an opportunity arrived. A position as a foreign correspondent in Europe. He did not hesitate. Leaving behind a stagnant life, he moved to Paris. There, he met writers like F. Scott Fitzgerald and became part of what would later be called the Lost Generation. In that place, he refined his language and widened his perspective. During this period, he published The Sun Also Rises and A Farewell to Arms, gaining worldwide recognition. Yet he never stopped seeking more. He was fascinated by bullfighting in Spain. He hunted in the heat of Africa. He reported on the Spanish Civil War as a correspondent. These experiences would later shape For Whom the Bell Tolls. After the war, he stayed in a small house near Havana, Cuba. He wrote and spent his days fishing. The waters off Cuba were home to large fish like marlin and sharks. He himself had fought such fish for days at sea. These real experiences became the foundation for the vivid realism of The Old Man and the Sea. It is said that after writing the story, he revised it nearly 200 times. And in 1952, the work was finally published. A simple story carrying the weight of human dignity and struggle. With this novel, he won the Pulitzer Prize. And it became a turning point that would later lead to the Nobel Prize in Literature. Through it, he left behind a message that endures. A man can be destroyed, but not defeated. 84 days. Not a single fish. People call him Salau, the worst kind of unlucky. An empty boat and quiet pity from the village. Yet his eyes still hold the light of the sea. The boy, Manolin, who learned the trade from him, still respects him deeply. The old man's hut is a sanctuary of poverty and memory. Because of his parents, the boy can no longer sail with him. But he brings him food, beer, and stays with him. Their time together is familiar and quiet. "What will we have for dinner?" the boy asks. "Rice and fish. Will you join me?" But there is no rice. Even his old fishing net has long been sold. They speak of baseball games they have not read about. They talk about the great fish they will catch tomorrow. This is not empty pride. It is a quiet, noble way of protecting each other's dignity, even as their reality slowly collapses. To the boy, the old man is more than a fisherman. He is a teacher of how to live. On the 85th day, before dawn, they share coffee by the shore. Soon, the boy leaves for another boat, and the old man rows out alone far into the sea. He does not see the sea as something to conquer. He calls her la mar the way one speaks of a woman, a being that gives and takes away. That day, he sails farther than usual. The deeper the sea, the darker it becomes, sinking into deep violet. I can place my lines better than anyone. It is not skill that I lack, but luck. Still, perhaps luck will come today. And when it does, I will be ready. He waits. The sea remains still. Then, the line trembles, a deep, heavy pull, unfamiliar. Something he has never felt before. He has hooked a giant marlin. The line tightens in his grip. The rope cuts into his palms. His body weakens, but his eyes do not fade. He is deep in solitude. Out here on the sea, he does not feel entirely alone. This is no longer fishing. It is a struggle between man and nature, between will and fate. He calls the fish brother, respecting it. And still, he accepts it as his opponent and fights it until the very end. For days, the marlin drags the boat across the open sea, pulling him farther and farther from the shore. On the third day, it rises, leaping into the air. The old man trembles, exhausted, but his gaze remains steady. For hours, the marlin circles the boat. Slow, heavy, endless. Each time it rises, it comes closer. The old man watches, waiting, timing it. Then, as the great body passes close along the side of the boat, he gathers what remains of his strength and drives the harpoon deep into its side. A moment of pure victory. The fish is too large to bring onto the boat, so he ties it tightly alongside the hull and begins the long journey back. But it does not last. Drawn by the scent of blood, sharks appear. He fights them with a broken oar, with the mast, but his body no longer obeys him. Kill one, and another comes. In the end, he drives them away. But the marlin is gone. a deep sense of emptiness settles over him. Not just regret, but the weight of something lost that can never be taken back. I went too far, he tells himself. His choice, his will, has brought this cost. Yet, he does not collapse. Within him, alongside the exhaustion and loss, there is also a quiet sense of fulfillment and an unexpected peace. Because in that struggle, he has proven something. Even in loss, there is meaning. When he returns, only the skeleton remains. People are amazed by its size. The old man says nothing. He lies down on his worn bed. The boy returns, and seeing the great skeleton beside the boat, he imagines the old man's lonely struggle in the far sea. Promises to go to sea with him again. The old man has lost everything, but his dignity and his spirit shine brighter than ever. Through this story, we are left with 3 reflections. The struggle, not for survival, but to see how far a human can go against a harsh fate. The paradox of victory, to win and yet lose everything. And the passing on of will from one generation to the next. The sea is not just a setting. Its shifting waves are the rhythm of life. The marlin represents our dreams. The sharks, the trials that come after we reach them. And the old man is us. He is weak. He is old. But he does not stop. Even in defeat, he remains whole. In his dreams, he still sees the lions. The old man and the sea asks a single question. What does it mean to be human? A man can be destroyed, but not defeated. This was not only Santiago's voice. It was Hemingway's. A man once called "finished," speaking through his what remained. Though he regained his fame, Hemingway later suffered from injuries, illness, and deep despair. And in the end, he chose to end his own life. His body was destroyed, but his work was not defeated. If we can still dream of lions, even after losing everything, then perhaps we have not lost. This was The Old Man and the Sea. If this story stayed with you, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. It helps us continue the next story. Thank you for being here. JTI Tales.